Alright. Time to get up. Check the news of the day. Gaming news. Alright. Let's see what's going on here. Goku Day, Machu! So, rumors have been flying around for quite some time about how Horizon Zero Dawn, this game you see right here, was gonna go to PC. It started out, it was announced years ago, been on PlayStation for about 3 years, an exclusive game, or so we thought. And then rumors started circulating around that this game was going to go to PC, and that caused a lot of different problems among the gaming community, especially those who are the, for lack of a better term, PlayStation fanboys. You know, some people call them Sony fanboys, but when you think about it, they're really more hyping up the PlayStation than anything else. Not really anything else Sony. I mean, if they're really Sony fanboys, they would think anything Sony does is flawless. I mean, I'd probably be considered more of a Sony fanboy because I'm filming this right now on a Sony camera and stuff like that. I have a couple different Sony products outside of PlayStation that I own, so I would think I'd be considered more of a Sony fanboy than anybody else. But Sony makes good cameras, man. I'm filming this one right here. It cost me like probably about $600, but it's a damn good camera. So there, I shielded the camera there for a minute, but whatever. Anyway. So, you know, just, oh my god, it caused so many damn problems, like I'm saying. It's like people were getting mad, like there were actually PlayStation fanboys out there. I did it again. All these PlayStation fanboys out there, and they're going nuts. It's like, oh, there's no way this is going to happen. Oh, it's a rumor. They're saying, oh, it's probably just for PS Plus, or what's it called? PS Now, I'm sorry. PS Now, because you know how that goes. Is like PS Now is like an online streaming service for Sony games, which you can get on Sony TVs, Sony Blu-ray players, your PC, and stuff like that. Yes, this is all real. But so yeah, so eventually it came out that it did come out there, and a lot of these PlayStation fanboys sighed a sigh of relief because they're like, see, we told you it was just going to be for PlayStation Now. It's not really going to PC. And yet, other games, for the time being, were also being out. MLB The Show started, it's going to go multi-platform. It's no longer going to be Sony exclusive. They got mad about that. I mean, and then they came out that Death Stranding was going to PC, and they were like, holy crap, I can't believe this. And they're getting mad about that. And then, the one that I believe hurt them the most is a few days ago, when it was officially announced that Horizon Zero Dawn will in fact be coming to PC this summer. And oh my god, the reactions to this, now some are not serious, some I can't tell. It's really weird. You can't tell on the internet these days who's being serious, who's not when it comes to this. But some people, you know, they're posting video of themselves on Twitter, destroying the room and crying. And then they're yelling at the producers of the game or something like that. How dare you? You are devaluing PlayStation. Do you understand that? Now less people, if these games go to PC, less people are gonna buy PS4s. That is an actual concern some people have. Like seriously, they're really worried that it's not stopping them personally from buying the next PlayStation system, a PS5, and playing their games on it, but they're afraid that less people will buy a PS5, and it might cause PS4 to not have the market lead. And I'm like, what the fuck does that matter? Like, seriously, I don't understand, but I think that's a topic for another time. I think I will get into that. But anyway, it's like, you know, people are like, some people are joking about it. They're like, whatever. Some people are like, putting their PS4 in the shower. I saw that, because they're going to throw it in the lake. Shit like that. But they actually, and people were getting mad about this too. How you could have sold that, or you could have given it to charity. I'm like, are you gonna give your fucking system to charity? By the way, are you gonna sit there and be like, here you go, poor kid, have a PS4? I mean, no, you're not, so shut up. But anyway, so yeah, the reaction to this is pretty, it's pretty, like, hilarious when you think about it, the way some people are acting. I personally, whatever, but a lot of people are afraid. Oh, now people are thinking like, oh no, all the PS exclusives are gonna go to PC. I don't really think that's gonna happen. I don't think you're gonna see games like, because these are basically like third-party companies that had, or maybe second party. They could be second party, but either way, the point is, like, they never really said they're exclusive, but actually, oh wait. This one says only on PlayStation, but I guess that's not true anymore. We'll just cover this up. I just don't need to worry about that. It's still on PS4 though. It's not going away. I mean, if you want to buy, you can buy it on PS4 for probably like $15 now, especially the complete edition or whatever it's called. I bought mine early, and then I don't have all the DLC on it. But other people bought like the complete edition later on, and they got everything. And that's going to come to Steam, so we'll see how that goes. But anyway, like I said, people are sitting there freaking out and acting like this is the end of PlayStation. Oh no, PS5, it's not gonna sell as well. Not enough people are gonna buy it because this game is gonna go to PC. Oh no, what are we gonna do? I don't know, buy a PS5 and play games on iOS. Chances are, by the way, just throwing this out here, it took 3 years before this game went to PC. It was on PlayStation 4, PS4, for a good solid 3 years before this happened. So if other games start going to PC, or on PS5, if you're worried about The Last of Us, or Uncharted, or whatever, or God of War, or whatever, going to PC, it's probably not going to happen until like 3 or 4 years down the line after the game's been out on PS5 or whatever. So if that's what you're worried about, don't worry. It'll still be on there for a few years. I don't know what you're worrying about, but whatever. But yeah, the reaction to this is pretty friggin' crazy. And I think it's only going to get worse. I mean, people were having emergency podcasts about it or like that. It was just a very weird day. And yeah, a lot of people are like really salty and upset. And I'm like, well, I'm going to PC gaming now. It's like, okay. And they're hurting. They're lashing back at Sony by saying they're going to go buy a PC. Well, if you're going to go to PC, by the way, just throw out here. If you're going to go to PC, all right, hear me out here, and then buy the PlayStation games on it anyway, you're still supporting Sony. So, like, you're not really making that much of a statement if you decide to buy the Sony games. You're still funding Sony, giving them your money when you buy these games. And I know a lot of people are like, well, I'll just emulate those games. Remember the time around the beginning of PS4 and Xbox One when all these all these PlayStation guys were, Sony loves us. They care about the gamers. Oh, they care about us. How do you feel about that now? All right. E3 season is upon us, ladies and gentlemen. Wait till E3. That's when you see Xbox and Sony and Nintendo. Wait till E3, guys. They're going to show all their... What? You're kidding. Like, what? Seriously? How am I gonna clickbait now? What the hell am I gonna do about this? You believe this shit? So anyway, it looks like with a bunch of different large-scale events being canceled because the spread of the coronavirus going around and stuff like that, E3 has been the latest victim of that. You know, saying, oh, E3 is canceled. We're not doing it. And like, I think like, I'm not saying E3 is canceled. I'm pretty sure they're gonna find some way to do what they go. But you know, Nintendo, Xbox, Microsoft, and Sony all have like digital events they do now throughout the year and stuff like that. So they'll probably have something available around the time of E3, around in that time frame. I'm sure they'll come up with something and things like that. But I don't think they're gonna have like a big, you know how E3 is. People go there, they play the latest games, they do tournaments, shit like that. I think all that is gonna be canceled, which I personally think is a little bit premature because we don't know how long this whole thing is gonna last. We're canceling things that are happening like a few more months from now. And this whole, everything's being closed down for the month or stuff like that. That's still fresh. So I think the possibility of canceling E3 because of this seems kind of ridiculous. But when you think about it, it looks like E3 was on its way down anyway, because a lot of people were backing out. Sony wasn't going at all. Like, you know, I know you say like, oh, Nintendo doesn't go. They go. They just don't do a stage presentation. You know, Sony used to do a stage presentation. They're not doing that. They're like, they're not doing anything. Like, Nintendo doesn't do a stage presentation, but they still do their, you know, they still go there and present, like, they have, like, games and demos you can play. They have the Treehouse, blah, blah, stuff like that. You know, same thing with Microsoft, and Sony used to do that too. Sony's just not going at all. They didn't even announce that they're doing anything similar to a Nintendo Direct or anything like that. No, nothing. Like, they're being, like, annoyingly quiet right now. By the way, Sony fans, PlayStation fans, who are being annoyed about Sony being awfully quiet about their shit, now you know how Nintendo fans feel. Just throwing it out there. Nintendo fans still sitting there crying about how many days they're on Direct. I'm not getting into that again. But anyway, E3 looked like it was on its way to a downward spiral, unfortunately, because of like people, even industry big guys like Jeff Keighley was like saying he's not going. Like, he got a preview of what E3 was going to be like anyway, and he was like, nope, I'm out, see ya. And he just did that, and a lot of people were like just not going E3. E3 has pretty much been on a downward spiral for quite some time, and whether or not the coronavirus thing was a nail in the final coffin is yet remained to be seen, because like it's just weird that they're canceling events like farther into the year about it when there's not really a lot going on, not really a lot of information going on around about the coronavirus, other than like they're finding different people to have it, get tested for it, and stuff like that. But you know, that's like a completely different issue. But anyway, meanwhile, it's looking like so far there will be no E3 this year, at least not in its traditional sense. But like, are we really gonna miss it? I mean, E3 the last couple of years, man, and I've been saying it for friggin' years. E3 is just not what it used to be, because it's not as necessary as it used to be. We're like pretty much in the information age, even though most people use that information for bullshit, but whatever. You know, you can get like internet, like these companies can bring you access to whatever they want to tell you, whatever they freaking feel like it. I mean, Sony could wake up Monday and be like, hey, by the way, tomorrow we're going to have information on the PS5, just out of nowhere. Or maybe they'll give you a week advance. They'll probably give you like a week's notice in advance. Nintendo could be like, oh, we're doing Direct at this time and stuff like that, and, you know, Xbox has their State of Play doing that whenever they feel like doing it. So they all have events that they can bring to you anytime through the magic of the internet. But we'll see how that goes. I mean, is this the end of E3? I doubt it. There's a good chance it might still happen. I mean, this whole craze, whatever like that, it's either like gonna pass or we're all gonna be dead by then, so who cares? But either way, I don't think there's gonna be E3 this year, but I wouldn't count out E3 as not happening anymore. E3 is just going through some weird phase, and there's a chance that it'll eventually come back, or maybe they'll postpone it and do it later in the year. I don't know. It's just weird. But anyway, yeah, so it looks like for the time being, no E3 is coming our way or anything like that. Like I said, at least not in digital list. I'm pretty sure a lot of these companies will have something. They'll do their own events around that time. They can watch online and shit like that. Whether or not they'll have an audience, that's a completely different issue, because there's no audiences anywhere right now. Is anybody even watching this? I don't know. But anyway, so as far as I can tell, no E3 going on this year so far, but we shall see. We shall see. Anyway, that was a twofer today. I know it's a very long video, and I apologize for that, but hey, see you guys later.